know at this time, please. Page of Wands. New beginning or a new direction. A new idea, a new direction. New passion in life. Someone feels young again. Or this could be a fire sign child. Ace of Cups. And the World. Okay. So someone is in love. Someone feels inspired. Someone is watching you online, collective. Page of Wands. They want to message you. They have a full Ace of Cups for you. So this is true love. This is a new beginning. They see a new beginning with you. You could be with this individual in a relationship. So this could be how you make them feel. You make them feel young again. Page of Wands. They're feeling, or this is opening or reopening perhaps a wound for this individual if this is like more negative energy, this awakening of emotions, or this emotional event that was traumatic for this individual if it's a negative energy. We'll see with more messaging, but the or with more cards for the messaging, I mean. The World. So this is a cycle, or this individual watches you online, or you know, you're in a relationship with this individual and you're their world. You know, Ace of Cups, they love you. It's true love. It's a new beginning. It's emotional fulfillment. They feel fulfilled with you. This is a new beginning with you. They're having a new beginning with you. The promise of a new beginning. Page of Wands, Ace of Cups. The promise of a new beginning. The World, a closing of a cycle. So we have cycles. The World usually indicates closure, but also endings for new beginnings, you know. So the cycle is closure, but what comes after closure is an opening, you know. So you've got endings for new beginnings, you've got closure for new cycles to open up. So you can choose to, you know, repeat past mistakes when the cycle comes back around and not have learned lessons, or you can, you know, learn your lessons, you can elevate. If this is about cycles, if this is about something about emotional traumatic events or childhood or parent wounds or something like that, with this cup here, maybe growing and healing and evolving from traumatic events we've suffered as a child, collective, if this is you, or parent wounds, or issues with having been shown a lack of love and support growing up. So then you have had to learn to show yourself that love and support, the self-love and the self-respect, the self-care, gratitude, you know, having the gratitude of a child almost. They approach every new situation as an opportunity to learn, or they're like a sponge, just soaking up all the new information, learning all their new lessons, all their milestones as they reach them. And you know, you guys celebrate together if this is your child, or if this is you in childhood. Something about that. So again, something about the cycles, closure, endings for new beginnings. Okay, closure, something about someone maybe perhaps watching you online, or you are someone's world, something about love, emotional fulfillment, self-love, self-respect, self-care, healing, the healing journey, someone feeling like a kid again, someone feeling youthful, okay? Someone feeling that they have a true new beginning with you, and this represents the closing of a cycle that they have elevated out of, or this could be yourself feeling this way. Take it as it resonates. Hierophant on the bottom, the structure, God in one's life, okay? Or the lack of structure, safety, God, community, father figure perhaps, or parent, lack of parental supervision, like a child who is left to their own devices, having no scheduling, having no safety or security. Again, this could be describing you, collective. This could have been something that you went through. The devil. Okay, you could be a Capricorn, or this is about the energies of worldly goods, needful things, or addiction, anger, lust, greed, temptation. Okay, what about this devil energy? Eight of Swords. A mental entrapment. Someone playing mind games. Seven of Swords. Okay. Someone is regressing. Is that the right word? Someone is going backward or mentally regressing. I don't know if that's the right word. Reverting to an earlier form, such as a child or something like that. Eight of Wands. Okay, so this could be like sweat equity. Someone putting in, okay, this could be like someone putting in too much work or effort into whatever they put it into, getting too little out of that. You know, the closing of a cycle, if that was the cycle that this individual was in, whether this is you or someone external. This devil, this Capricorn, take it as it resonates. King of Wands. You could be this King of Wands. Or there could be a King of Wands. Page of Wands, King of Wands. Okay. Excuse me. Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment, or I'm getting sobriety or inebriation. Okay. Ace of Swords. Okay, so someone is trying to work through childhood traumas. Okay. This also represents how someone feels, or someone's recovering. But I feel that this individual, they don't take it as seriously, or they're not taking the sobriety. So if someone feigns sobriety, or if someone feigns recovery, this could be of anything. It doesn't have to be substance use or alcoholism or anything like that. This could be someone who pretends that they have recouped losses in finance or something like that. Someone could pretend that they have, you know, regained or had the upper hand the entire time in a relationship, when in reality, the person is leaking like a sieve. Okay, they got a burn, a hole in their pocket-itis, treated the way they are. They look like who they are. And they feel some kind of way about that. But again, they're going to pretend like, you know, they're going to pretend like they have had the upper hand the whole time. So this is really giving the type of individual who would do something wrong in a relationship. You would cut off ties with them because they did something wrong. And then they would tell everybody who would listen that you were the one who did something wrong. And then they might even get crazier and crazier after that, depending on whether you play some sort of mind game that they're trying to play with you, that mind game energy that came up earlier. So someone might have tendency to do this push and pull thing. Someone might really need validation externally because of some bullshit they went through as a kid that they're unwilling to look at or deal outside of using it as an excuse, like a crutch, every time something goes in the favor of them needing to explain themselves, or even a preemptive Freudian slip explanation of what they know is too calm. That's like walking into a bar and asking a bartender for a drink and then blaming the bartender for what you do after you have had that drink. That's not the bartender's fault what you do. That bartender don't know you. But again, this is an individual who will blame anyone else. This is an individual who knows that they're going to fuck things up with someone. So they will say things before it even happens because it's like they're trying to excuse themselves. Okay. Or this is the type of person who you break things off with them because they're doing something wrong, and they will tell everybody who will listen that you did something wrong. And then when you don't chase after them because they expect for you to come crawling back seeking the validation the same way that they need validation. They expect for you to come crawling back and needing for them to stop lying about you, or needing for them to, validate you, needing them the same way that they need you, And when you don't do that, that incenses them. They become even angrier because this is the type of person they are. They're not willing to look at themselves. They're not capable of looking at themselves. So everything is someone else's fault. And they start trying to play games with you. And when you're not willing or interested in playing games, when you just say, yeah, I don't need that, and you walk away, or, you say, I'm gonna choose to say no to this and walk away. This person lost their mind. That's what I'm getting. This person came after you to attack you because they expected for you to chase after them, needing validation the same way that they desperately need validation. And when you didn't do that, when you didn't, allow them to tear you down to their level because they were at a low point, man, they were at a very low point. When you didn't allow that, that incensed them. Everything incensed them. Everything angered them. They are the type of individual who is used to, I don't fucking know why, okay, but they are used to people giving into them. They are used to bullying people. They are used to getting their way. They're used to people coddling them. Again, I don't know why. I have not felt energy like this in a long time. This goes beyond a sense of entitlement. This person is dangerous. This is the type of person who expects you to act a certain way, and when you don't act that way, they feel like you have done wrong by them because they can't handle disappointment. They can't handle rejection. So then they come after you trying to attack you. Just the same way. But again, that's this energy here. So these particular examples, take them as they resonate, if it reminds you of someone. Okay, Ace of Swords, facts. This as well. Okay. Three of Cups. They were in their cups. They're interested in partying with people. They only are interested in partying. They're only interested in shit that doesn't matter, or shit that isn't real. Shit that is completely, numbing oneself to realities in life. This person, I believe, is trying to recapture some sort of sense of wild abandon that they had when they were much younger, when they felt better about themselves, when they were younger, when they didn't ruin relationships with people right off the bat, when they could maybe, not fuck shit up for a little while. Now they're in this place in their life where, God, they can't not fuck shit up to save their life. And they can't fight their way out of a paper bag. They can't face reality, this devil or this Capricorn. They give over into temptation at just the slightest. They're so weak. This person is so weak. Then they're going to get angry and they might beat on that person. It might not even be, this person might even target individuals who are, this person might be a predator. So they've like stooped to things that they felt previously when they were younger that they felt were beneath them, but now that they've, you know, sunk into a level to where this is what they're telling themselves. They've sunk into a level where they've had to do this or they've had to do that, according to them, even though they didn't have to do anything. Nobody made them do anything. They chose to do that shit because they were desperate or they were afraid or whatever the fuck, right? But then they're at that energy level where they're like, again, they're so weak. They're not going to suddenly start looking at themselves. No, this person, this is the type of person who will be at rock bottom and just lay there and wait for someone to pick them up. They need so much validation. They're so needy. They're so weak. They give over into temptation so easily. Yeah, collective, this is going to be very specific, okay? Not everybody's going to resonate with this. So, but if you do resonate with, you know, this sounding like somebody you know, this individual, gosh, this energy, they're still very much in that they want to blame anybody but themselves. They are at rock bottom again. Like, these cards aren't out here yet, you guys, but they're at rock bottom again. And it's because they have allowed these temptations or this this partying lifestyle to run them. Like, they used to feel like they were running their life when they were younger. Page of Wands. They used to feel like they were excited about life, like they were running their life, like they were at the wheel. They felt good when they were younger. It was easier to get shit-faced drunk and then, you know, do whatever they were supposed to do. It was easier with relationships because they were younger. They hadn't made as many mistakes with somebody, or they were, you know, better able to handle whatever substance it was they were addicted to, or, you know, they looked better, so people forgave their behavior. And so once reality sets in later in life, when, you know, their body, you know, especially something like a party lifestyle, that'll take a toll on you physically. Not to mention all the other ways that it takes a toll on you, but it takes a toll on you physically. And then, you know, it's not cute to be like the shit-faced drunk. It's not cute to be the shit-faced drunk. It was never cute, but for some reason when this individual was younger, it was more acceptable. Again, party lifestyle, you know? So this person, again, the Three of Cups here, this person could be the type of person to jump from relationship to relationship. They could always have like 3 or more individuals, 3 or more cups from which to choose when they need to siphon off of somebody, because this person is a user, okay? This person will be homeless, this person will be jobless, and this person will still act like everybody owes them something. They will post up on your couch or in your house or whatever, okay? They will post up and then act like they own the place. That's the type of personality this is. This is the type of person who will maneuver their way into sleeping on someone's couch for a day or two according to what is agreed upon in the beginning. And then they'll be inviting friends over, and then those friends will never leave, and then you're in a situation where you feel like you're being strong-armed by some sort of, you know, movie scene, criminal element, who are like, I'm not gonna leave, what are you gonna do, make me leave? As a matter of fact, you need to give me all the money that you have. As a matter of fact, you need to go and pull all the money that you have out of the ATM, and don't contact any, officials, because if you do, I know where you live now, and I know where your family lives, and that's this type of person. It's a dangerous type of person. It's the type of person who thinks that they're entitled to do terrible things and be a terrible person. 3 of Cups. And they could have a small group, or like I said, 3 or more individuals whom are their regulars. Like, when this one gets tired of them, then they go over to this one. When this one gets tired of them, then they go over to this one. So this individual could have people that they stay with, like in different towns or different cities, or I don't know, maybe all in the same city. I don't fucking know. Okay, but this person's bad news. Devil, Ace of Swords. This person's bad news. Okay. So this person could be watching you online. This person could have targeted you online. This could be some sort of like, those videos that are like, what do they call it? Like Tinder horror stories or something? Or not, like like dating horror stories. The World, Ace of Cups. This could have been someone that you met through the world of online dating. And then this is what they do. They're a predator. They act all new. They act brand new. Page of Wands. They act brand new. Page of Wands. Again, I'm getting that fucking example of someone asking you to, because you didn't know them yet. All you thought was, okay, for some reason, because y'all's relationship was brand new. Like, this is what they do. This is their MO. They get together with somebody, and then they use that person for whatever means they can get out of them. I feel that this person has used people in different ways, many, many times over, in many different ways. This person could use people to have a place to stay. They could use people for sexual reasons. They could be a predator and target individuals who are, not even old enough to be deciding what they're going to be doing with themselves. This person could be like a child predator. That's what I'm getting. So this person could do the online dating thing, and they could target younger individuals. So this person, I believe, has always been interested in younger individuals, and it has become grosser and grosser and grosser the older they have gotten. And now it's like they're going after children. They're not even like, young adult 18, 19, 20-year-olds. No. Now they've been going after younger than adult, younger than 18. They've been targeting individuals. Again, this could be an online predator. The World, Ace of Cups, online predator. They could be targeting children online. Page of Wands. Okay, so this person could have fake profiles, not just dating profiles. This person could have fake profiles on websites where children frequent. Like, this person could be like a Roblox predator, somebody who goes onto platforms where children are online playing games, and they will create an account and pretend like they themselves are a kid or something, and then they befriend a kid. Yeah, I'm getting, this person is involved in some gross things. This person is involved in a group. It's a smallish group. It's not a very large group. This small group might be attached to a larger group through one or more of its members, but this group itself, that this individual operates in, their regulars at least that's what I'm getting. This individual, I'm losing it. It's going away. That's it? That's the end of that? Okay. Yeah, smallish group, online predators, targeting children, okay? Seven of Swords, trying to get away with it, trying to be sneaky, pretending like they themselves are kids, creating online profiles, pretending like they're children, so they can befriend children and then lure them away, and then they, yeah, that's, that energy, it dipped out and came back real quick, like it was trying to hide itself. It hides, this energy hides. This person hides the depths of the things that they're involved in. They're involved in human moving around. They prey upon children. I'm holding it up like it's a picture of them. This is more like it. They prey upon children. This devil, this predator, they prey upon children, okay? That's the end of the, okay, so it's a smallish group. But the truth is here, you know, so the truth is exposing lies. The truth you know, the Ace of Swords showing up, it's not just, you know, hyping me saying, yeah, it's the truth. Yeah, that's it too. But the bigger picture of the Ace of Swords is the truth is you know, light is being shed on the truth. Clarity, understanding, a clear understanding. Someone being knowledgeable about facts surrounding all that stuff that I was talking about. Seven of Swords, you know, clarity about someone trying to get away with it, okay? Clarity about what they're trying to get away with. Or this could be you, the Seven of Swords. This could be you gathering information, you know, these swords, you've gathered these swords, and, you know, you got cut doing it, you know, you certainly, if you were some, you know, plant by the, you know, divine, okay, Earth Angel Collective, you were some plant by the divine, because you were there to gather knowledge and information on this fucking shit show they have going on that includes crimes that stoop to the level of preying on children, okay? So you have gathered knowledge, you have gathered intel, and the truth on that, clarity on the facts. So that, okay, the world, yeah, it's a cycle, it's closure. This is the ending to what was going on. It was going on, it was happening. It is now coming to a close, or it is now over, it's done. The world, the cycles, it represents closure. It also represents a new beginning. It is a new beginning for survivors of these crimes and these attempts. Exposure, exactly, exposure. These people are being exposed. This group, however small or however large. Three of Wands. Someone's watching them. Someone's looking out over them. Someone's waiting and watching. This could be about travel. Someone could be considering putting a plan into action or which direction they're going to travel. Someone could be considering traveling. Someone could be closer to the travel than the consideration of travel. Temperance. Someone's biding their time. Or someone, yeah, that impatience, that imbalance, that lack of sobriety on Nine of Pentacles. A single person. An independent person. A single person at a distance from you. Or you're at a distance from this person who's watching you, but they're looking in the wrong direction. Okay, yeah, so you're at a distance. I feel that you are this Nine of Pentacles energy. So this either represents your separation. So you have gotten away from whatever, if you were the victim of some sort of human moving around, or if you were the victim of, someone preying upon you, whatever, or if you were the victim of some sort of attack or something like that. If you escaped a situation, a person, place, or a thing, this represents your independence from that, and then the Three of Wands represents the distance. So you, a single person, or you alone at a distance from someone who is looking for you. Three of Wands, they're looking for you, but they're looking in the wrong direction. Okay, so this could also represent someone who is being looked for. Someone is looking for someone. We'll have to see what other cards come out. But the person they could be looking for could be by themselves and in a location that you wouldn't expect, and not in the direction in which they're being looked for. So take that as it resonates. Temperance. Someone could be biding their time. Right. Again, I'm getting that movement by the divine. The divine has moved you into and out of situations simply because you were the secret agent, man or woman, that the divine had to send in. You were that special agent. Nine of Pentacles is giving me special agent. And I'm also getting that you snuck in, you snuck out with that Seven of Swords. You snuck in, you snuck out with all the intel you needed. You found out who the key players were. You identified what the problem was with the relationship. If it was something, on the lighter end, like you met someone through the online dating and they turned out to be a nightmare, and then they tried to come after you when you tried to leave them, behind you, or when you tried to cut off ties with them, or if you blocked them or something like that. That could be more on the lighter end, even though that's a horrible situation. Those are, horror tales they tell, but compared to the darker end of this story, man, Wheel of Fortune, divine timing. Divine timing at play. Divine timing. The divine is all over this. The divine energy is all over this. The divine has been orchestrating events. The world, yeah, it's a cycle, it's closure. It's endings for new beginnings. This is going to be closure for you. Two of Pentacles. What is this Two of Pentacles? The Sun, it's exposure. Okay, yeah, so the Two of Pentacles, the Fool, the Artist, okay. Yeah. Okay, so the Two of Pentacles is evidence that has been gathered. Or the Two of Pentacles is what you got away with as far as the material. So evidence or whatever. These could be properties or investments of yours, to people, yourself and another person perhaps. Okay? And then that evidence is in regards to, the cycle being closed. So, that evidence, it's what's coming forward here, okay? And then the Fool, and it flipped over and smacked this Artist card, okay? So what I'm getting from that is that new beginning from the energy from the Garbage Pail Kid cards. It's that same energy. The person who thought that they were going to have a new beginning with the new, because that's how they feel every time they get into a new relationship. They're not willing to look at themselves, even though their subconscious lets them know that they are going to fuck shit up with whoever it is that they get together with, because they haven't healed themselves. Their subconscious is letting them know. Their subconscious is, doing things like that is how garbage like they are. Or whatever. Or this is the type of energy, this is the type of person who is gonna, this is someone who would have called you up and been like, oh, my car ran out of gas. I had to walk down to this gas station. My car is like, 2 miles down the road. They call you because they need you to come bring them $20, and that way they can put $20 in their gas tank, and then whatever, and then you show up at the gas station with your $20. You give them the $20, and they disappear. All that so they could steal $20 from you. Ruined a whole fucking friendship so they could steal $20 from you. That's this type of person. They're gonna ruin a perfectly good thing over nothing. They're gonna ruin a perfectly good thing over them knowing that eventually they're gonna ruin a perfectly good thing, because they don't feel that they deserve that good thing, right? So this new beginning, their subconscious telling them that it's not really a new beginning, that the artist, they consider themselves some sort of pickup artist. I keep getting this, they do a lot of online dating, or they do a lot of pretending to be other people online, or they get into new relationships all the time, because that's the only way that they can feel good about themselves, is when people don't really know who they are. And it doesn't take very long for people to figure out who they are. And now that they've reached this point in their life where they are such a trash fucking person that they can't even make it past, a week or two with a new person before that new person, or maybe even one fucking day with that person, before that person realizes, certainly within, I don't know, I'd say, we have years represented here, but the Three of Wands, I think the wands are supposed to be weeks or something. I don't know. I can't remember what they all are. Can we get a new message for... Because, what does the collective even need to know? Obviously, okay, if the collective has gathered information that is going to be useful in putting away criminals, especially criminals who are preying on children, okay? I'm sure the collective is down to hear all about that, okay? But otherwise, if it's just some moron who can't get out of their own fucking way, what does the collective need to know about that? Thank you. And please and thank you. Knight of Pentacles, okay? Long-term plan, or stability, growth, progress, okay? What about this progress? Or this long-term plan for stability? King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Okay, so a King of Pentacles has a long-term plan, okay? What about this long-term plan? This could be a father and child, but or senior to junior, father and child, but it would be, an older set, elder father to grown son, but still father-child dynamic, right? Or this could be the junior to the senior within some sort of business. King of Pentacles could be the boss. Nine of Pentacles could be the employee or contractor. Nine of Pentacles could be, King of Pentacles could have contracted the Nine of Pentacles, or King of Pentacles could have been contracted, and the Knight of Pentacles is the one who, the younger one who goes out and does all the legwork or whatever. But still it's within the realm of finance. So this is something that is either happening in the material and it's taking a long time, or it's stabilizing its groundwork. Someone's doing something in business or something with money or something in regards to a long-term plan. The King of Pentacles has been in this energy, this stable. I'm getting Papa, okay? This person could be a father. This person could be your father, or swords. What? Like, this is the escape. What? What? Okay. Knight of Cups. What? Six of Swords. Escaping. What are we escaping? What is that? What is that, please? What is that? What is that, please? What are we escaping? The Three of Cups. Okay, yeah. This King of Pentacles doesn't want to be in this third party anymore. This King of Pentacles is regretting working long term with this third party. This King of Pentacles is trying to get rid of this third party. They're trying to get away from this third party. They're trying to escape this third party. This third party is more than they bargained for. This could be okay. This could be two individuals in the world of finance or business who have been working with a third party or who have involved third parties that they now regret involving. So this could be someone that they have taken advice from that they are not happy with. So that could be the Six of Swords, taking advice that, you know, they were guided in the wrong direction, perhaps they believe, okay? Or this could be someone, you know, or two individuals here who were dealing with a third party or a group of individuals who, this could be romantic ties. These people could drink together. This could be, you know, third party as in their traditional, you know, someone cheating on someone. These could be people who enter into same-sex relationships where there is an older and a younger individual as far as the dynamic goes. Take it as it resonates. Something didn't work out. They're regretting something. The third party is turning into a nightmare. That's what I'm being given, the phrase. This third party is a nightmare. This turned out to be a nightmare. They want to escape. They want to get away. They're trying to figure out how to escape. They're trying to be strategic. Long-term plan, Knight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, strategy. Why do I keep, my words are getting weird. Okay, somebody could get tongue-tied when they get flustered. Somebody could have a speech impediment. Three of Cups. Anything else from this deck? The Emperor. Okay, somebody's father or somebody's romantic partner who's ex, who, okay, or some other variation of that, pops or something, I don't fucking know, okay? So I would say this could be a boss, but like, why are you calling your, I don't know, okay? So, but Emperor, this could be three, I'm getting masculine energies. This could be three masculine energies who are in the group. That could be the Three of Cups. So there could be three age ranges here. Elder in the community, Emperor, perhaps father. And then we have King of Pentacles, perhaps senior to a junior Knight of Pentacles. So we could have grandfather, father, son, or grandfather, father. This could be a daughter. Knight of Pentacles didn't have to be masculine, but this energy feels masculine. So 3 generations of masculines, or 3, I'm getting this could be, again, the world of finance or business. This could be something like in a firm. Is that what I'm getting? Like, not a partner, but like, you know, the boss and then the person under the boss. Like, the boss is boss. You have like, King of Pentacles would be the boss, but then the Emperor would be the boss's boss. Or the King of Pentacles would be the father, but then the Emperor would be the grandfather, okay? And then the Knight of Pentacles would be the new hire, or the junior at the firm, or the junior to the senior in some, or the third, okay? This could be second, right? So-and-so, Mr. So-and-so original, Mr. So-and-so the second, and then Mr. So-and-so the third, or Mrs. So-and-so. So whatever, take it as it resonates, okay? Somehow these 3, they're connected, they're tied together. Somehow these 3. There's a dynamic. They could be in a romantic relationship, or some combination of 2 of these out of the 3 could be in a romantic relationship, but that's not what it feels like. Again, it feels like junior, senior, and then elder in the community, or boss's boss, and then the junior in like a firm or something, or this is giving second and third within a family. So, you know, Mr. So-and-so, and then Mr. So-and-so the second, and then Mr. So-and-so the third, or Mrs. So-and-so. Take it as it resonates. And then something about getting away. Okay. Again, what are we escaping? So somebody feels that they need to escape this hierarchy. I guess this could be hierarchy. Okay. Someone could feel that they are in a, like, someone who's in this energy of, let's say you are this third, so-and-so the third, right? You have not only yourself to concern yourself with, but there's like people have expectations of you. Your father will have expectations of you, because your father is the second in line, right? So then there's like this generational thing, and it can be this pressure. So this could be either this King of Pentacles or this Knight of Pentacles feeling pressure from above to get something done, or to strategize. Like, maybe these 3 individuals are trying to strategize something, or someone feels that they need to get away, or something about strategy. So this could be business strategy or something. But again, the strategy is particularly a strategy to get away, or to, you know, be directed. So the strategy is the divine's strategy. This could also talk about enlightenment, like wanting to elevate out of, because these pentacles, it's giving, you know, like the devil's realm stuff, worldly, you know, like, you know, King of Pentacles here, or Knight of Pentacles, either one or the combination of the 2. They might be trying to figure out how to elevate out of, you know, maybe they feel like, maybe they feel too much pressure to fulfill the shoes of an emperor, because the King of Pentacles, that's a realm that's difficult to elevate out of, because it has the most temptation. That's why it's the devil's realm. It is the most difficult realm to elevate out of. It is the most difficult realm to navigate without giving over into what will eventually eat one alive, right? So again, you have to show that balance, which is that moon energy. So the Emperor might have had a good balance in the and the way in which this emperor became an emperor, because they're not born an emperor, they had to walk the path, maneuvering themselves into the position of rightful heir to the throne, or rightful, rightfully seated on each throne, and then balancing all of those to become the emperor in the upright. And that's a big shoe to fill. That's a big hat to put on, So then these two, they might be feeling it more difficult because maybe they don't have what the emperor had along that path that the emperor was going. That could be many things. This younger set, or someone within this younger set, might feel that they don't have as strong a feminine in their life as the father or the grandfather did, right? Like, again, the moon, it takes the balance of the moon. It takes a strong feminine energy to be able to balance the emperor's energy, or each king's energy. It takes the feminine of the masculine energy. Again, with the moon, the walking the path of illumination. This is how you elevate. This is how you heal. It is how you transcend out of the mortal world before your ticket is punched. This is what we are here to do, right? The emperor has achieved this. This individual, this elder in the community, or in this family, or in this group, they've achieved this, and they weren't alone in doing so. An emperor can only stay in emperor energies, or gain the emperor energy and harness it, if balanced with empress energies. Because without empress energies present, then the path that the emperor would have walked would have been not illuminated correctly. The emperor needs the empress to be able to identify a friend from foe. Otherwise, the empire that the emperor built will be the emperor's downfall. And perhaps that might be what the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles are concerned about, the downfall of the empire, because they don't have the same structure. Again, maybe this is not so much a feminine structure. Maybe this is so much as like lifestyle. Okay, so let's say this emperor, right? This third generational individual, this elder in the community, third generation back, right? If we're talking about 3 generations still present and alive at the same time, then we have a dynamic where the life that the emperor grew up living looks nothing like the life that this Knight of Pentacles grew up living. Nothing. The world was different. Their families were different. Everything was different. But then somehow the span of 3 generations, going from the Emperor to the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, but the Knight of Pentacles in particular, I'm getting this energy, this third generation here. They might be particularly concerned about the older generations, thinking that they have or they are going to squander their fortune. Or this Knight of Pentacles, this third generational individual here might be feeling concern, 6 of Swords, not understanding how to elevate and enlighten themselves as to escaping the mortal realm. So again, that's reading very deep into these cards, and I normally wouldn't do that for this, the online thing here. That's normally much more of a personal reading thing, okay? But I feel these energies coming through very strongly. Someone is very concerned about the fact that they don't have what their father or their grandfather had growing up in order to fulfill the role that they feel is their birthright. And it is their birthright, but they are their own person. They're their own woman, or they're their own man, and they don't need to compare themselves or their life to those that came before just because they share a name. They're not the same person. That life, that world that their grandfather or their father grew up in, it's gone. Their father or their grandfather might still be here, but that world is gone. The world that exists now belongs to you, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so the third. That's what I'm feeling, okay? This world now belongs to you, and you need to live it the way that you see fit, and you need to enlighten yourself as to how to elevate out of devil energies, out of the mortal world, in order to not vacate the King of Pentacles seat, but still manage to hold on and balance the seat while you are attaining or gaining or regaining other seats in order to elevate into what it looks like for you to be an emperor in your own life. Because Mrs. or Mr. So-and-so the third here, collective, your emperor or empress seat that you sit in when you get there is not going to look anything like the emperor or the empress seat that you have set before you by this generation that you are looking at here of being the second or the third of. So don't compare your life to those people who lived lives in a world that doesn't exist anymore. That's not the type of guidance that you need to follow. People who would guide you down the path that they went, because what worked out for them is not going to work out for you. You're not them. You are you. So focus on what is right for you. Focus on what lessons need to be learned for you, because, the support that your father or your grandfather had is not the same support that you have. You might have no support at all. You might have some support. Being a third generation of anything is going to give you some sort of support, and this energy it's pretty positive, And if this is you, Mrs. or Mr. So-and-so the third, consider yourself really lucky. A lot of people don't have parents that give a shit about them, but I feel very strongly that you have parents that care about you very much. You have more than one generation, as a matter of fact, that really care about you. Even if this elder has passed over now, they're still caring about you. They're still wanting to see you elevate into this emperor or empress role. They believe in you. So, anyway. Okay, yeah, perhaps Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so collective. Junior, senior, the third, whatever, take it as it resonates, okay? Perhaps, if you have previously been really, feeling like you've been guided by external things, or that you have had a guide, or that someone has, inspired you, or that you have been able to make plans and then see those plans come to fruition. If you feel that you have been able to do that, and now whatever was working before is not working, it's because you live in a different paradigm now. It's because the paradigm has changed. So when things change around us, sometimes it's for us to catch up with. Sometimes you can feel like you're at the top of the wheel, and then all of a sudden life throws you a curveball, and life is going to do it when you're not expecting it. So you got to prepare yourself for the eventuality that the world might change around you when you're not ready for the world to change, and sometimes the world is not going to change in ways that you think it's going to change. Sometimes you can be very concerned with, trying to achieve goals that you set for yourself many years before, and then by the time you get to, having achieved one or, however many of those goals, a lot of times you can sort of get into this space where you're like, well, I don't even want to be doing this anymore. Like the person you were when you made those plans, you're not even that person anymore. So you got to allow yourself that, you got to allow yourself the privilege. You got to allow yourself the privilege to, you know, to know that it's okay to change your mind or to make mistakes, you know. Making mistakes is a normal thing. It's how you learn. You learn from your mistakes. Anybody who tells you they've never made a mistake or they're perfect or they've never done anything wrong, they're a liar and they're a fool. Okay? So. The artist energy. See the devil trying to poke out again. Alright. So, yeah, we could be collective. This could be about somebody who is sitting in devil energies. Could be a Capricorn, or it could be somebody who is really concerned about how to really elevate out of the, you know, the mortal world. How to elevate out of, you know, a mindset that makes one feel like they have to do things that they're no longer interested in doing. Like at some point in your life, collective, you might have felt like it was very important to get that new car or to get that dream house or to, you know, whatever, the little dog that you want or whatever, right? At one point, it might have felt like it was really important to attain those things. Those are goals, but those are very material goals. Once you have sort of satisfied the material abundance aspect, then you start to look in on yourself. And a healthy mind, when it looks in on itself, it will explore. But an unhealthy mind, when it looks in on itself, it will wish to devour itself, because an unhealthy mind is not capable of looking within without seeing fault. And it's those faults, it's those cracks that make you beautiful. It's your frailty that makes you human. It's what makes you beautiful. The sun. You could be a divine masculine, or you could be an Aries, or Taurus. The devil, or Capricorn. Okay, you could be a Capricorn. Okay, yeah. Someone is concerned. Someone is being exposed for devilish tendencies. Someone is being exposed, Sun, for allowing themselves to become a vessel of the devil, Chariot. Okay? Someone is being exposed for bad deeds. This devil is being exposed. Okay, so we're seeing lots of, oh, it's the Eight of Swords too. Okay, so this devil is going to prison. This devil is in jail already, or this devil is stuck in their head. Or this could be a Capricorn who is facing jail or is in jail or is stuck in their head. And they're being exposed. So they're being exposed. They're facing jail because they're being exposed. Okay. Six of Cups. This could be someone you, this could be someone you have children with. Or this could be someone you know from the past. This could be someone who is from your family. This could be a family member of yours, a Capricorn, or someone who is under the energies of the devil. Someone from your past, someone you have children with. This could be about children. This could be about them targeting children. Six of Cups. They could be going to jail for having something to do with targeting children. Yeah. So innocence. I was going to say innocence, but yeah, this devil energy was lusting after cups that were not ready to be looked at as vessels yet. This devil wanted to this devil wanted to make use of vessels that were not old enough to know the difference between right and wrong. So this devil is stuck in their head, or they're facing prison for wrongdoing towards children. Like, I'm getting some very nasty energy off of this. And it's exactly what it sounds like. This is someone who targets children. This is someone who likes for their partner to look a certain way because they want for their partner to resemble what they're actually attracted to, which is children. So this will be somebody who, okay, I don't want to go into all that. Okay. Ace of Wands, yeah. This is someone who is sexually attracted to minors. And they're being exposed for it. They're in prison for it, or they're headed there. They're facing prison for this. What about this? The Hermit. This could be a Virgo, or this could be someone who's under investigation, or this could be someone who tried to put the spotlight on you. So this is a child predator who tried to put the spotlight on you. Gross. The Sun, they're being exposed, yeah. I'm gonna get out of this energy. This person needs to go under the jail. Alright, let's get some closing messages, collective. Page of Cups. Two of Swords. Okay, someone wants to apologize, but you have them blocked. You blocked communication with someone. They're trying to plan on how to offer an apology. They're trying to make a plan. Okay, thank you. Closing messages for the collective. Closing messages. What does the collective need to know at this time, please? Closing messages. Closing messages, please, for the collective. Thank you. Five of Wands. A fight. A group is in chaos. A chaotic group. What about this? Five of Wands. It's a Queen of Cups. Okay. So there could be a fight because you're a sweetheart, or this could be about a chaotic group and a Queen of Cups. Feminine water sign could be involved in this group, or you could be this Queen of Cups. This could be about a chaotic group that was targeting you. A Queen of Cups, a sweetheart. Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands could have been involved in a whole group. Queen of Wands could have sent a group after a Queen of Cups, or Queen of Cups could have sent a group after Queen of Wands. Take it as it resonates. You could be this Queen of Wands or this Queen of Cups. Seven of Swords, all to try to lie, to cheat, to steal, all to get away. All try to get away with what they've already done. Committing crimes to get away with crimes they've already committed. Eight of Cups. You walked away. You walked away from anyone who was argumentative or trying to fight with you. These people trying to fight with you. These people attacking you in a group when you were vulnerable. Six of Cups again. Someone from your past or family or children. These could be people you knew from childhood. It's the Empress. There you are. Okay. So we've had the Emperor and the Empress show up. So you could resonate with either Emperor or Empress energies. Take it as it resonates. This Empress could be someone who is a Libra, a bad mother. This Empress and this Queen of Cups. These could be a mother and a daughter duo who use a chaotic group. These could be two feminines in some sort of group that you know, like this is what they do. They cause chaos. They cause confusion. They thrive on confusion. These two women, they thrive on confusion. Or you could be resonating with these Empress energies. This Empress energy is not very good though. So this is somebody's bad mom, okay? These are two bad actors. These two women here, they're two bad actors. They have a group that they send out to do bad things. It's like a nefarious group. This is the criminal group, but they're in chaos right now. Things are falling apart. Okay, I'm also getting that there's so many people involved in these things, collective. It's crazy. Entire groups of people, like more than one group. Okay? There's like a criminal group that's in chaos now because I don't know what they thought they were coming up against. Probably they thought that you were an easy target because they targeted you when you were vulnerable, or they targeted you because they are the type of individuals who prey upon sweetheart type women. They're predators. They prey upon single women or women who are with child or something like that. Sweet women, innocent, vulnerable women, women who are with child or something like that. This group. Okay, mothers even. So they're in chaos now, okay? They're not sitting in the Five of Swords. They're not sitting in their criminal element where they're able to strategize. No, they're in chaos. They're in the Five of Wands. It's chaos. This group, these people, your family, or something involving people you knew since childhood. You could have known these people since childhood. These people could have grouped up. This is like the group, and their secret society name is We Hate the Collective. It's the We Hate the Collective group. It's the devil. Okay. This Capricorn just doesn't want to go away. This Capricorn needs to go somewhere. All right, collective, you could be a Capricorn, all right? Or this is just, this is showing this chaotic group. They have allowed themselves to be used and harnessed, and they do things at the behest of individuals or at the energy of the devil. These could be like devil worshippers. This chaotic group, this secret society. They're not so secret, and they're not so much a society as they are a criminal gang. They're not a society. They like to think of themselves as above others. They could have members in law enforcement, so they think themselves above the law. They could have members in schools because they target children. They could have members in other systems of power and advantage within communities. And that is how they feel powerful, by grouping up and targeting and preying upon weak and vulnerable individuals such as women, children, women who are with children, mothers, sweet, naive, vulnerable, feminine energies. They target those. They target and they prey upon. So they may think of themselves as some sort of secret society, but they're really just a criminal gang. King of Swords. Okay. You're protected, or this is the law. Someone official, or they have, again, they have officials in the group who do nefarious things, or they have, they have people who accept bribes. So they could be in the group, or they could be group adjacent, people who are on the payroll for the group. Again, depending on, how much money. I mean, money gets you a long way, but, real power and real influence comes from God. And these individuals, they are in chaos because I believe God is showing God's self to be in these individuals' lives, and they were not prepared for that. They're not prepared for unforeseen events to be taking place. They feel supernatural things are happening to them right now, Six of Cups, yeah, people from your past. So this group of people who ganged up against you, and that is the gang they're in. It is the We Hate the Collective gang. That's literally their gang. You know how they're like on the Rascals show, it was like the He-Man Woman Hater Club? It's like that, except it's the He-Man Collective Hater Club. That's what it is. It's the She-Ra Collective Hater Club. That's what it is. It's the collective won't talk to us anymore, so we're going to gather in a group and try to attack the collective club. That's what it is. It's the we have been dumped by the collective because we didn't know how to act. So now we're going to gather in a group and hate on the collective, and we're going to plan to attack the collective. That's what it is. These people from your past, or it's your own family, and they targeted you. Possibly your own mother and another feminine. So this could be your mother and her sister. So your mom and your aunt. Or this could be a mother and a daughter duo in this group. They work as a duo. They work as a team. They're related. They're a mother and a daughter. Or there's an older and a younger feminine in this group who are prominent. Or this represents you. You are the Empress. And you were in these Queen of Cups energies with these people, you know, because you were in loving relationships on your part with them, at least, even though they were using you, even though they were targeting you, even though they had ill intent from the beginning. Because Six of Cups, people from your past or your own family, that's what I'm getting. People you've known since childhood, so childhood friends of yours, or people in your family. So again, people you've known since childhood. So these people, your so-called friends or your own family, targeted you. And it's because you are the actual matriarch in the family. It's because you are the actual patriarch in the family. Take it as it resonates. Emperor, empress, doesn't matter. Okay? You are the one who is meant to carry on for the family. You are the one who is meant to hold the family together. You are and you were the glue for these people or this family. And now that you are not there, now that you are not interested in gluing things together, now that you are not interested in being present for the chaos, now that you are not interested in being the emotional punching bag, now that you are not interested in learning lessons you've already learned, even though they seem to think that they have the right to attack you. Terrible things are happening to them. God is showing these people who is actually in charge. The sun. They're being exposed. It's supernatural what's happening. Like literally, they don't understand how what is happening to them is happening to them. They don't understand it. They only understand gathering together in a group and attacking an innocent person. That's what they understand. They don't understand true power. Messages for the collective. Anything else from this deck? Anything else? Yeah, Four of Cups. A real lack of gratitude, a lack of mindset. These people didn't appreciate you. They didn't, they didn't show you any gratitude. They weren't grateful. They didn't show you any appreciation. They have a real lack mindset. So they don't know how to do anything themselves. They only know how to gather together in a group and do what they are told to do by someone who is in charge of the group. So these people can't think for themselves. So now they're in chaos because maybe something happened to their leader, or maybe terrible things are befalling them individually. Again, I get that energy that this criminal element, they are used to direct correlation and retaliation. They are used to people doing to them what they do. They are used to that. They do not believe in God. So when terrible supernatural events befall them, They're so fearful. They're reverting to childlike ways. They're reverting to childlike people out of fear. It's fear. They're reverting to the childlike fear. 10 of Pentacles. Use your family. It's about money. 5 of Pentacles. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it was about money. I was like, we're closing messages here. What's going on? What's going on? What does the collective need to know? It's because they were expecting to be in the 10 of Pentacles, or maybe for a time they were spending your 10 of Pentacles because they stole your inheritance from you, had you in the 5 of Pentacles. Again, they're over here eating steak and lobster while you're over here starving. They're over here going on vacations, buying new cars, showing off all their fancy dresses, while you're over here just trying to figure out how to keep a roof over your kid's head. While you're over here just trying to figure out how to escape from a group of psychos. It's all because they wanted to steal this inheritance from you, or it's all because they stole this inheritance from you. All of this boils down to money. That's what it's always about. Now you're in the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles was always yours. Even if they thought they could stack it up and sit on it like the fat fucking pigs they are and laugh and point at you while you're in the 5 of Pentacles, God was watching the whole time. God was like, wow, I gave y'all a star seed in your family. I gave you the ability to heal the generational traumas that your parents and grandparents and great-grandparents were not able to. And this is what you do with that gift? This is what you do with that gift? God was like, all right, I will take back every single thing that you value in your life. 10 years. 5 years. Someone could be getting 15 years or 5 to 10 years. Someone could be looking at 10 to 15 years or 5 to 10 years for their crimes. But God says, what was meant for you will always be for you. They might have wanted to see you at the 5 of Pentacles. You might have been in the 5 of Pentacles. They might have been able to put you there. But this is a lesson you needed to learn, because if you were never anything but sitting in 10 of Pentacles, you could never relate to anybody who went through 5 of Pentacles. Collective, if you hadn't gone through the hardships that you went through, even if you had child with you, you wouldn't be the person you are today. You wouldn't be able to tell your story about how you made it out of the 5 of Pentacles, not only by yourself, but with child. With a child, with dependents. While people were attacking you and stealing from you and lying about you and wanting to see you harmed, you dealt all that by yourself. You got right back to the 10 of Pentacles without them. It makes them so mad that they stole everything from you and you're still happy. They thought stealing everything from you, putting you in the 5 of Pentacles, they thought it would ruin you, because it's what is going to ruin them. This is where they're headed. If they're not there now, this is where they're headed. Someone is going to be looking like this when they get out of prison. After the 5 to 10 years in prison is up, or after the 10 to 15 years in prison is up, or after however long the good Lord sees fit to allow them to see the low point that they have reached. However long the good Lord sees fit. That's what they're going to be looking like. And again, you don't take any pleasure or glee out of knowing that these people are going to be homeless. You don't take any pleasure out of knowing that these people are going to be destitute, poor, that these people are never going to see any of the nice things that they have stolen again. You don't take any pleasure in knowing that these people will suffer malnutrition, that these people will suffer medical conditions, trying to attack a woman and her children, an empress, preying upon a woman and her children, an empress. Okay, I'm gonna leave it on that. Until next time.